Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Captain Foley, and hopefully you are having a good weekend. I just wanted to kind of come on here and chat with you folks, and if we can talk about a few things, let's talk about a few things. Um, like I said, I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're not going too crazy with this whole quarantine thing. So let's just hang out and chat and, maybe have some good discussions. Feel free to ask me anything you want. As always, if you want to super chat, that's awesome. But again, not required. So there you go. Let me just pull this up here so I can read the comments. Is it showing that I'm not live? 6 people watching, 4 likes. That's awesome. Am I broadcasting this on? Let me see here. Yeah, I am on the Captain Foley channel. Did not mean to be. That's okay. This will be a Captain Foley unique one. It's not on Trekyards, so there you go. I don't know what we're going to talk about specifically, but I thought, I got some time to kill. Why not hang out with you guys? Cade MacArthur, will season 2 have remans? Ooh. Probably not. Pretty simple answer. Dan23 message retracted. Well, that's not ideal. Let me just see here if I can share this. Share, copy link. Just going to share this over in Trekyards. Cade MacArthur, too ugly, I guess. I mean, they might be. They're not the best looking species out there, but who knows? You could see them, you could maybe not see them. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go to Trekyards. There we go. Let's see. Come join me on YouTube. Over on my Captain Foley personal channel. So I thought my YouTube on here was actually on the Trekyards channel. I was just going to do this on Trekyards, but turns out I'm not. I'm doing the Captain Foley personal channel, so that's fine. Sorry, this is so uninteresting, but I'll be chatting with you guys in just a second. Just had to share this so that I can get more people over here to enjoy it, hopefully. America's announcement. All right. Pin to the top. So there we go. All right, guys. I am back to chat with you guys. Let's see what Cade MacArthur's been saying. What is your opinion of the rumored Pike show? Well, it's just that it's a rumor right now. I would like it to be real. I think that'd be great, as long as it's episodic in nature. Um, I think what they might do is do a made for, well, not made for TV, but a movie with Pike, maybe a mini series. A mini series, I think, would be the way to go for that. So I really like Pike. I like the Enterprise. I like everything about that. But you know, it would have to be done properly. And I love that Anson Mount was like, the only way I'll do it is if it is episodic. So kudos to him for that. Um, Dan23 says, any opinions on the upcoming Obi-Wan show for Disney Plus? Nope. Hopefully it's as good as The Mandalorian. That's my opinion. Um, if it has Ewan McGregor, which I think it was going to, that might be good. That might be very interesting. I do like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, but again, it has to be done properly. So, Kid MacArthur, you glad Rios didn't turn out to be a converted Klingon or a spy from the Mirror? Yeah, I never even heard those theories. Mirror Universe, kind of. Hold on, I just gotta close the door real quick. Room is like a full line mine right now. Got stuff everywhere. Raj is here. Hello, everyone. Happy First Contact Day. It's also Happy Since Attack Mars Day. So there's that. I mean, is it too soon? I think it's too soon. But, you know, I could be wrong. It's been known to happen once or twice before. Starfleet 2432. Hi, Captain. Admiral Nagira checking in. Hello, Admiral. Good to see you. Dan23, some people thought Commodore O was Mirror Universe because of the shades. Yep, and that was incredibly stupid. Devin Larson, hey, Cap, good afternoon. Hello, Devin. Let me just get that live there. Okay, let's see. We got 7 likes and 14 people watching. Come on, 7 of you haven't hit like. Please hit that like button. And if you have not yet subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, which is what this is on, please do so. There's going to be exclusive content over here that's not going to be available on Trekyards. So, Trek Culture just tweeted back to a response to one of our tweets and said, you guys are the most comprehensive channel on YouTube for that kind of thing. So that's nice. Trek Culture is awesome, and we love them. So that was a great compliment. So thank you guys. Does Samuel Calkins have a channel? He does. It's all of that information is listed in the description of every video, either on here or on the Trekyards channel. So if you guys don't know the channels already, that's your fault for not reading the descriptions of the videos. There's lots of cool stuff down there. We tell you at the beginning of every live to check out the descriptions, because there's stuff down there that benefits you guys, benefits us, and it's all stuff that I think you guys will really enjoy. So click the description down below and check out the other channels. Dark Lord 016 says hello. Well, hello. Hello, Dark Lord. How's it going? Let's see, 10 likes, 11 people watching. So, I mean, there you go. But yeah, I mean, today's actually turned out to be a nice day. It was kind of cold and overcast earlier. It is getting sunny now. It's supposed to get up to like 10 degrees by later this afternoon, which will be nice. 10 degrees Celsius, by the way, the real temperature. None of this Fahrenheit garbage. So that should be nice. I might take the Camaro out for a drive today. Yesterday, before our Drunk Yards live, and we actually, I thought I had to replace bearings in the front passenger side tire. Turns out it was just a sticky caliper from my brake that was causing some overheating issues. So my buddy Paul came, and we, you know, took the tire off, did some work on the car, and yeah, so now it's drivable again without causing any damage, which is nice. And I might take it for a drive later. I thought it was a little cold to take it out earlier today, so we'll have to see how that goes. I do want to take you guys along for a Camaro tour one time. via the lives. Like I said, if you subscribe to this channel, the Captain Foley personal channel, please make sure you're subscribed, because there will be a lot of stuff that's non-Star Trek related over here. And if you're just a fan of Captain Foley, which I don't know why it would be, but if you are, this is a great place to get additional stuff like that. So 12 people watching. See, this is the problem with the Captain Foley personal channel going live, because I get 12 people. A lot of times with Trekyards, I would have like 40, 50, even up to 70 by now on something like this. So it just, I really should have done this on the Trekyards main page or the main YouTube, but it is what it is. Devin Larson, hello, Devin, how's it going? Cade MacArthur does have a homeworld. I don't know, does who have a homeworld? Dan23, Eaglemoss is releasing a new USS Reliant concept model. Do you like that they make concept models? I love that they made concept models. That was actually something we suggested early on when we were looking at Eaglemoss ships and actually covering concepts on Trekyards, because we've done a lot of the concept ships and sketches done by designers, sometimes have the designers on to talk about those concepts, and we thought Eaglemoss, it would be great if they did them. I would prefer they do two versions though. Either in the same pack would be great, of the actual ship, how it should look, and then the concept version, which is kind of like white and blue scale, like it's a drawing, would be really neat for something that never made it into an actual final form. So Brian Kesterson, hello Cap, just saw you were on and decided to stop by. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Brian. Thank you for coming by. Yeah. Have you seen Asteres Part 5 of Warhammer 40k fan film? I have. Somebody sent me the link. I've watched all of them. It's very well done. I still don't understand 40k, nor do I care to really, but it's entertaining enough to watch. So yes. Does Trekyards have a homeworld? Yes, Earth. I mean, where else would we be from? Let me just do something here real quick. Edit post. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you can super chat, please do. Yeah, we did a pretty fun 4-hour live yesterday with Samuel's dad showed up, and we did some uniforms and costumes and stuff like that. So and drinking, it was fun. If you haven't checked it out and you're interested, please go give it a watch and let me know what you guys think. But hopefully you were here for that, or at least saw it. I know 4 hours is a lot. A lot of times when I see like a live that's an hour long or more, I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch it, because I'm not that interested in the channel. And I've heard a lot of people that, even friends of mine and stuff, that say the same thing here. It's like, well, I love you guys, but you know, your 15-minute episodes is kind of where it's at for me, and that's fine. That's why we keep doing them. But honestly, these lives are our bread and butter. So if you're able to super chat, please do so. It would be greatly appreciated. So post. There we go. All right. Now let's go back here. There. All right. Doug is here. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Hey, Captain, how are you doing today? I'm doing fine, Doug. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're staying safe, staying quarantined or following the rules, and not having the COVID-19, because it kind of sucks to have the COVID-19. Trout Wombat, just watched the video about Riker's Bridge. Good job. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's today's release. Hopefully you guys enjoy that one as well. We do have more ship videos coming in regards to Picard. We want to have resurrected starships on our show. He wants to talk about the Romulan fleet. He loves the Romulan design aesthetic, and he approached us. He wanted to join the channel. 17 people watching, 14 likes. The reason I do this is so I can see the numbers on my screen there, because they're against a white background and they're white numbers. So hit the like button if you haven't already. But yeah, we want to talk about the Romulan fleet and ship designs with Resurrected Starships. He's a good friend of the channel and does fantastic videos himself. If you're not subscribed to Resurrected Starships, I highly recommend going and doing so. Good guy, great content, and very well put together. Plus, he covers a lot of the ships that I really like Starfleet Battles and Facet designs. So he does some amazing work, and we want to give him a shout out and kudos because he's a pretty amazing guy and does some fun stuff. So. Doug Clemens, I am good. I'm just redoing my layout and watching your videos in the background. Well, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. Hopefully your layout is going well. I wish I could start working on mine. He's, of course, talking about a model train layout. I am a huge model train fan. Grew up with HO. My papa, my dad's dad, had his whole basement was a huge layout. Like, you had to crawl under the layout and get up in the middle where there's like a control center. It was amazing. So I grew up with trains. My dad's more of a Lionel collector, the larger O-gauge stuff, which are very nice. I'm just not a huge fan of those. It's the one I have around. I have one around the Christmas tree every year though, because it's a nice big beefy scale. But I'm a big fan of HO, and more so than HO, N scale. I've got a large N scale collection. I need to start a little N gauge layout at some point. That would be great. But, you know, once the last kid is out of the house and have a little more room, maybe that'll be a thing. But got a lot of different interests and stuff. So that's why I say, if you are not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the channel, because there'll be stuff on here that's not Star Trek related, such as model trains. So hopefully your layout is going well, Doug. You definitely have good taste in trains, and you know, I really enjoy watching any videos from you about your trains or your club or whatever, because there's some really cool stuff there. And since I don't have a layout currently up and running, just seeing those kind of things is fun. I've got a bunch of bunch of Facebook groups. One of them is the All Things Trains Model Showcase. Go subscribe to that if you're a fan of trains, because people post their layouts, pictures, videos of trains all the time, and it's really just a great group. So please go do that. And yeah. Todd Walker, good afternoon, Captain. Hope you recovered from your drunken live feed. I was just nicely buzzed that whole time. Never got too plastered. Paced myself pretty good. You know, didn't feel super great about 2 hours afterwards, but yeah, went to bed a little bit early, woke up this morning, great sleep, feel good, so yay. But yeah, I wasn't hungover or anything. So Starfleet 2432 puts in $2. Here you go, Captain. Captain, enjoy. Thank you very much, Starfleet 2432. That is great. Super chats are awesome, and I really appreciate that. And like I said, if you have a comment or question that you really for sure want me to read, super chats are a great way. Just 1 second. I just need to quickly break a window here because it's a little bit warm in here today. There we go. Dan 23, Jar Jar Binks versus Rom. Rom. There's nothing wrong with Rom. I like Rom quite a bit, actually. It's a good character. And, I mean, I don't have a problem with Jar Jar Binks. I rather enjoy watching Jar Jar Binks be a silly little shit. I don't know why everybody has such hate for him. But, you know, just don't hate on the Jar Jar. There's nothing really wrong with him. It's just kind of the hate train that everybody piled onto. But anyway. Cade MacArthur, Jar Jar versus Neelix. Again, I think Neelix is great. I don't know why everybody picks on Neelix. You know, not my favorite Star Trek character by a long shot, but I was somebody I would definitely sit down and be friends with and hang out with and talk to. I think Neelix is a fantastic character. So again, I don't know why everybody has such a hate on for Neelix. I think Neelix is great. You know, probably an unpopular opinion, but I really don't give a shit. It is what it is, right? Trout Bum Wombat Rom was awesome. Yes, he was. Douglas Clemens. Oh, thanks. I'll be posting some photos today. I just painted some of the tables in the daylight colors. I hope to start pulling tracks down next week. Well, very cool, Doug. Like I said, keep me posted with pictures and stuff because I love that kind of thing. And since, like I said, since I don't have a layout of my own right now, I really love seeing other people's layouts and trains running. So just try to make them steam locomotives. Not really a fan of the diesels. I'm more of an old school guy. Steam locomotives have a personality. Every one of them, even ones that are identical, have a personality unique to themselves with the way they operate, the way they chug, the way they sound, the way they look. Of course, speaking to like real life ones. Diesels are all kind of cut and paste. They're like the new Starfleet fleet from Picard. Not a huge fan of diesels. There's a few diesels designs I like the Super Chiefs are nice. But other than that, you give me a Berkshire or a Hudson locomotive any day of the week. The steam locomotives are where it's at. So. Okay. Cade MacArthur. Neelix is actually better than Jar Jar. Well, 1,000% yes. It's kind of what I said. Cade MacArthur, Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, the funny thing is, my dad and me watched Thomas the Tank Engine. I was like in my teens when that was a thing, just because of the layout. The layout that they used for that show, and the trains that they used were actually very nicely done. So not the CGI shit that came later, but I mean the actual layout with the actual model trains. It was worth watching. It was kind of an annoying show. I'm not a Thomas the Tank Engine fan by any means, but you know the layout was impressive. It was nice to look at, and I thought it was fine. So Dan23, UK really screwed up making a new high-speed rail link. Why though? What do you mean they screwed up? They're actually thinking of putting in a high-speed train now from London, Ontario, where I am, to Toronto, because Toronto's like an hour and a half drive, and they want to put in a high-speed GO train, which would be great because a lot of people that work in Toronto live in London, and so make it easier for their commute. But a lot of the farmers around here are protesting it because it's going to cut through their property and their fields, and it's like, just shut the hell up. It's modern, it's new. You can't live in the past, guys. And I know you get the whole farmers feed cities. Yeah, they do. So, and what's your point? You'll still have lots of fields left. Just relax, and more money because they'll have to buy the property for the railroads. So, anyway. Anyway, Cade MacArthur said what, it went communist, and then retracted the message. I don't know what that means. Chris Pico's here. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Chris is a good friend of mine. Well, I've never really met him in person, but I mean, he's a good online friend of mine, and I'd like to consider him a friend anyway. But he has his own YouTube channel called The Old Ass Retro Gamer. He looks at old video games. Samuel and myself have been on his show talking about Star Trek games. I've also been on just myself talking about Transformers games, and he also has another show called The Movie Started, where him and his buddy and a guest will watch a movie and kind of talk about it while it's playing. So I've been on that twice now. I think it's twice. Once for Transformers, the movie from 1986, and once for The Final Countdown, which is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen Final Countdown, go watch it. So, Chris, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. And I don't know if we'll be coming to visit Chicago this year like Sylvie and I wanted to, but we'll definitely keep you posted if we are. So, I mean, there's that. Cade MacArthur, what if Canada went communist? Why would Canada go communist? Ozzy. How are you feeling today, Captain Foley? Skeleton hands. I'll smack you with my skeleton hands. I am feeling fine. Everybody's asking me that question. I wasn't that drunk. I mean, I was tipsy the whole time, even going into it, because I just, finished a big beer. But no, I'm fine. Thank you. Chris Pico, 3 times for the podcast if you're up for it again. I am definitely up for it again, and this time I make sure to sync my audio and stuff beforehand because I screwed that up last time, and hopefully it didn't cause you too much issues. Had to restart the movie and it messed up timings and stuff, and I apologize. But yeah, absolutely, I would love to be on your show talking about more video games too. Um, so there you go. Go subscribe to the old ass retro gamer on YouTube. I love his content. I think he's grossly undersubscribed to. I'll I'll promote him any chance I get because he's a great guy, great talent, great show, and it's just fun to watch if you like old video games, which I think a lot of us do. So, Dan23. Well, the new high-speed link is very costly, and some people have to leave their homes, and it goes through protected nature reserves, and we don't have a straight rail track route. Progress, man. Progress. People leave their homes. It's kind of shitty. However, they are getting paid for that property, so not necessarily a bad thing. The nature preserve is kind of a, but I mean, you take a trail route through a nature preserve. That's pretty awesome. It'll cause a little bit of havoc for a while they're building it, and as long as they build things underneath the track for the animals to still be able to migrate safely without hitting the train or anything. So then you got a nice rail route through a nature preserve. You get to see nature, and like that's fine. I can see why a lot of people get uppity about that thing. I just personally don't give a shit. I don't. I don't see the big deal. I mean, it's not like they're nuking the nature reserve to build this train. They're gonna keep it they're gonna. It's fine. It's just me, just the way I think. I'm sorry. Dan23, in the UK still hasn't finished the rail link that goes through the middle of London. They should get on that. Chris Pico again. Dude. Or dude. Yeah. Doing good, dude, he says. I'm on vacation this week, so I get to relax since I'm an essential worker. Time to play some games, watch some movies, and finish that damn screenplay. Yes, I want to read that. I was so intrigued. I don't usually read things that people send me, but since you're a good friend, I'd read it. It was fantastic. It had me hooked. A lot of things don't have me hooked when I read them, but that I got to give you credit for. He's working. Well, I don't know if he wants me to say. So yeah. Anyway, it's a fantastic screenplay, and really wish it would have been made. It will never will be, but it's pretty great. It make a damn good book though. Becky Schultz, got to get Gino East or Giordano's Pizza if you come to Chicago. Well, Becky, I guess you're from Chicago as well. I have a few friends there. Like I said, Chris is there. One of our admins over on the Facebook Trekyards group. He also lives in Chicago, so I have a lot of people in Chicago that if I go to visit, I'll have people that can show me around and the ins and outs of the city. So yeah, I won't remember that when I get there, Becky, but it's funny because we have Gino's Pizza here, but I think it's a totally different franchise. So Doug says Steam is much better, and you know me, I only run mostly Steam. You are right, anything Steam really does have a personality. My company's Steamboat did not want to start up and took 3 hours to start. Well, that's a problem with something with a personality. My Camaro's got a personality. It's like the Millennium Falcon. It's a hunk of junk in a lot of ways, but it's also very awesome, and I love it to pieces. I know a little idiosyncrasies, like certain ways you got to open the one door handle so it doesn't, so you can actually open it. Little shit like that. It's just the car has a personality, but sometimes it pisses me off, and I'm just done. So personality sometimes is a problem, especially with something having to start. But anyway. Doug says, also, if you come to Chicago, let me know, and I'll get you and your wife 2 tickets to the cruise line I work for. Lake Geneva is only an hour north. Oh, wow. That'd be awesome, Doug. Yeah, we were planning on coming August this year, but now with everything being changed and the border being closed right now, and who knows how long that's going to be in effect, all those plans are definitely up in the air. But yeah, I'll forget all these people that say these things when it's time for the trip, and I'll just go on the trip. I'll come back, and people will be like, "Oh, well, you didn't stop in and say hi or have a beer or whatever." So I'll forget all this, but thank you for the offer. Chris Pico says it's fine to say what it is. LOL. Okay, he's writing a screenplay for a sequel to Nemesis. So a movie, that, in my opinion, a movie that should have happened right after Nemesis. Like, I think it's like just right after Nemesis, the events of Nemesis. So again, it would make a fantastic book. And as Trekyards, we get sent a lot of stuff all the time: ship designs, story ideas, whatever. All these creative people that want to share their stuff with us, which is great. But honestly, a lot of times I don't have time to read or the desire to necessarily do so. But I gotta say, Chris, your screenplay got me hooked, and I've not a fan of reading screenplays per se. So I really appreciate that. I want you to finish it. I really think Samuel should read it. I sent it to him, and he never has time to do anything. I tell him to watch something, I'll send it to him, I'll tell him to read something, and he never gets around to it. So I kind of give up at this point. But it is what it is. Cade MacArthur, can Trekyards somehow do my drunk Romulan and her Vulcan friend story idea? No. A drunk Romulan and her Vulcan friend story idea. Sounds interesting, but probably not. It's not really our forte. Chris Pico, again, I hope this crap finally blows over by the summer so I can finally meet you and your wife. It's probably the last thing I'm looking forward to this year since everything went tits up. I love how looking forward to meeting my wife and tits up end up in the same sentence. Or at least the same two sentences. That makes me think dirty things. But yes, I was looking forward to coming as well and hanging out with my buddy Joe, hanging out with you. And the hotel we were going to stay at is fucking awesome. I forget the name of it right now. But like each suite has its own indoor pool. And yeah, it was great. So hopefully something like that will be able to still be done. Hopefully things get lifted with this whole COVID-19 thing and just fucking irritating me. Trout Bum Wombat. Is that K2SO back there with the Astromech? It is. It is a K2SO. There's a big K2SO and then a smaller one right over there, right there. So there's two K2SOs. Yes. Kate MacArthur, sorry if I'm annoying you. You are not yet. Actually, you are annoying me because you're not super chatting. Just kidding. Ozzy, we finally got the commander's shirt off. Hey, he's had it off before on one or two lives, so can't say that. Chris Peak, Earth, each suite has an indoor pool. Nice, yeah, an indoor pool and or a jacuzzi tub, some right off the pool, and it's really cool. I forget the name of the place. My buddy Joe, who lives in Chicago, says they're advertised on TV quite a bit. Even come with like sex swings and stuff for the beds. So, it's one of those places. Too much, shared too much, I don't know. But yeah. So I was looking forward to that trip, obviously, and I think Chicago's only like a 6-hour drive for me, which is not bad at all. Like when I go to Wonderfest, which is Louisville, Kentucky, it's a 7.5-hour drive. But Wonderfest has even been canceled. Well, not canceled, it's been postponed. It's supposed to be the last weekend in May, which I was going to leave on Thursday, May 28th, which is my birthday, to drive down there. But it's been pushed back now till, I think they said October 23rd to the 25th, tentatively. So that really throws everything out of whack because it's always like the first weekend in June for Wonderfest. So every year that I've gone, like the last 6 years in a row, has been the same time of year. So that'd be kind of weird, but yeah, I'll still be willing to go if it's still on. This COVID-19 thing pisses me off. Just so many things have changed. I was supposed to be at Starfest this year too, which is the first weekend in May. I was going to fly out on April 30th. Yeah, April 30th to Denver, hang out with my buddy Cliff, go to Starfest as Trekyards. We were asked to be there, do a panel, maybe have a table, and that's been postponed as well to the fall with no tentative date as of yet. So first weekend in May, last weekend in May, I was supposed to be in Denver and then Tennessee, so respectively. So I mean, all those things have been changed, which really sucks, and doesn't make me a happy camper or a happy captain, as the case may be. Dan23, do you build any Lego Star Wars? I've built, yeah, I built a few. I mean, I've got this little ATST there, which I've modified. I've got a larger ATST in the closet over there on display, but that wasn't officially Lego. That was from, I think it was from Wish.com, so it's like no name knockoff Lego, but it's still a fantastic ATST thing. So yeah, I mean, I just find a lot of the kits way too expensive. So I would like the big Millennium Falcon, but I have nowhere to display it. So Chris Pico, you mean Cerberus? That's a let meet up for sex joint. LOL. Cerberus. I don't know if that's the name of the place. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound as classy as the name that we looked up online. Because it's a classy place. Like, it's nice inside. It's not like a motel with vibrating beds, vibrating heart-shaped beds that you put in a quarter. So I don't know if it's a let's meet up for sex place. Could be, but I mean, I'm married, so just meet my wife for sex. It's fine. Jill Valentine, hey Captain, how are you today? I am very well, thank you for asking. Cyberus isn't classy, LOL, so probably not. No, I don't think that's the one. That name does not sound remotely familiar. The name was a little more classy than that. So if you hear like hammers and banging, it's because my neighbor across the street's getting a new roof put on. Today's part 2 of that, so they're almost finished, I think. But that's what that is. Just gonna open this window a little bit more, so it might be a little louder. That's why I mentioned it. The windowsill outside is dirty. I need to clean that. Dan23, Lego is expensive and needs room to be displayed. Yes. You know what really pisses me off, one of the things that grinds my gears, as it were are people. I know 1 or 2 of them that buy Lego kits for their kids. And we're talking like $150, $200 Lego kit sets. And then let their kids just be creative with the shit. Just buy regular Lego if you want them to be creative with it. If you buy and invest the money in a kit, build the kit and keep it built. Don't build it, then disassemble it so the kids can be creative. Get the other Lego from other places. Like, get the cheap Wish Star Wars Lego if that's what you want to do. Don't buy actual Lego kits that have a lot of time, effort, and engineering put into them and look fantastic and are beautiful, and then have your kid be creative with it. I have no problem with creativity. I have no problem with letting your kids build things that they want to build and thinking outside the box. But God damn it, don't waste money on a good Lego kit and then let your kid mess around with it and do whatever they want with it. If you have all the money in the world, fine. Buy 2 of them. Have one built put on display, another one that they can mess around with, whatever. It's just one of the things that irks me, especially like the specialty kits, like Lego, like Avengers, or whatever, any of the licensed products. If it's an expensive kit, let it be what it's supposed to be. It's like a model kit. It's like something that people have put time, money, resource, design into. Please, for the love of God, let it be what it was intended to be. Okay? Is that too nitpicky? I don't even know. Joe Valentine, Cap, have you seen the Discovery Enterprise kits? I have. I was looking forward to Wonderfest this year to actually get one. I don't know if they're going to be released by that point, but it was one of our giveaways for our Star Trek, our Trekyards model building page. We're having a contest. One of the first place prizes was tickets to Wonderfest, and I think second place was the kit, the 1/1000 scale Disco Enterprise, which is way too big for 1/1000 scale because they fucked the size right up on that Enterprise. But whatever. What's Prime still? Oh, it's the same ship that's in the TOS. No, it's not because it's fucking way huger. Tell me they downscaled it? No. So it's not Prime. It's your own universe. It's the Discoverse. So there. But yes, I have seen them. They look like nice kits. I wouldn't mind getting one, and I probably will. But we'll see. Kane MacArthur. What if the big three was Kirk, McCoy, and Jar Jar? I don't even know how to respond to that. Why, in God's name, would it be that? Trout Bum Wombat, we can't hear the construction noise. That's good because I can. I hear sweeping right now. I hear banging. I hear a nail gun occasionally. It's fine. Brian Kesterson agrees with you. Yep, a collector's piece. Chris says, I gotta head out, dude. Have a great day and stay safe, buddy. You too, man. Stay safe. Make more videos while you have time off. I want to see more old-ass retro gaming videos. You do some fantastic stuff, and I really love watching it, so do more. And don't forget, I'll join you for the movie starting again. Gotta come up with a good movie to pick, though. But see you later, sir. Have a good one. War God 6. What's your opinion on the Star Trek Online Jeffries? Any plans to modify the USS Executioner? I actually bought the 10-pack. This isolation made me spend a lifetime membership 10-pack Picard pack. Expensive. The STO Jeffries. I'm not sure what that looks like right offhand. Let me quick take a look if I can find it here. Star Trek Online. Oops. Come on. Star Trek Online. Jeffries. Making me do work. Oh. That's just the phase 2. Basically, it's the phase 2 Connie, which I actually have down here, right there. Phase 2 Connie, with the phase 2 style and the cells. I mean, it's cool. I probably won't modify the Executioner with that at all. I do like the nacelles on that. They're interesting. But I don't think I'll be modifying mine for that. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. I think it's fine. It's a good looking ship. I don't know why they called it the Jeffries though, but. Jill Valentine, so how's the car running, Cap? Car is running fantastically. The only show I had yesterday had a seized brake caliper, which was causing a lot of heat on the front passenger side tire. And it actually, I've got American racing rims on it, aluminum ones, and they got the center caps, which are plastic. It got so hot last time I drove it, and I wasn't aware that it was doing it. It started really pulling to the right, and it started kind of wump, wump, wump at around 60 kilometers an hour. So I was already like 3-4 kilometers from home at that point, so I turned around, drove the rest of the way home, got home, it was fucking red hot. But it got so hot, it melted the plastic center cap off of my American racing rim. It's somewhere on the side of the road, half melted plastic cap with like a Decepticon logo on it. So somewhere. So now I have 3 caps and need another one. It's really annoying. I hate when my car is not symmetrical. Bugs me. But those caps, like I looked it up, it's like $100 for just one of the caps. It's like, well, it's plastic for fun. I might just replace all of them with a cheaper set. They're all black or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. But other than that, I fixed that yesterday before the Trekyards live, and so it's fixed. It's fine. I might take it out for a drive today actually because it's getting sunny and warm out. It was overcast and shitty earlier, so I didn't want to take it out. But thank you for asking, Jill. Cade MacArthur, would you say Picard was Prime, Timeline, or Discoverse? Discoverse. Yeah. Just because there's so many disco shuttles in that show, it's not even funny. Plus, if you count the short Children of Mars, you see the McGee class in dry dock. You see Discovery era work beads. You see, that's just garbage. No, so it's, I think it's the disco verse for Picard. Chris Pico, I'll send you a message about the podcast offline later, dude. All right, Chris, see you later. 1023. Any opinions on Netflix Transformers Wars for Cybertron? Netflix? I haven't heard about that. I need to check that out. Apparently, it might just be American Netflix. So I don't know. I'll take a look and see, but no real opinion because I don't know anything about it. Ozzy Medeiros, any word about Janeway joining the Picard season in season 2? Absolutely none. No. There's rumors that the Doctor will be there. Robert Picardo, and of course Guinan's going to be in it. But other than that, haven't heard anything else. It would be cool to see Janeway though. I would like to see Janeway. 1023. Did you see that Star Trek Online ship? It's Starfleet, but looks Klingon battle cruiser. No, I haven't seen that one either. I've been keeping up on my Starfleet battles. Oh my god, that goes way back. Haven't been keeping up on my Star Trek Online stuff as far as ships go, like new ships coming out. We will have some more Star Trek Online designs though with Thomas Maroney, who's the lead designer, at some point on Trekyards. There's a few designs we want to talk about, so not sure I've seen the one you're referring to, but Brian Kesterson, please support the channel, the Caps channel, by hitting like, subscribing, PayPal, and Patreon. Your support is greatly appreciated. Yes, please do if you can, if you're able to. Super chat. You can't join this channel. I don't have the join option yet. That's only on Trekyards, but you can help out by super chatting or sending a PayPal. I don't have a Captain Foley Patreon, but it'd be Trekyards Patreon, I guess, would work too. So, yeah. Let's see. We're sitting at 21 watching, 23 likes. That's awesome. If you haven't hit like yet, hit the like button. Let's even get the likes higher than. Let's even get to 25. I'm sure there's 2 of you that haven't hit the like button. And we're at 47 minutes now for this live. So, like I said, I expected to do this one on the Trekyards channel. It turns out it was actually on the Captain Foley personal channel, which is fine. If you're here and you didn't know about the Captain Foley personal channel, subscribe, because there's going to be bonus stuff like this and some other lot. I have a lot more interest in just Star Trek, surprisingly enough. I know, looking around, you can't tell. I like Star Wars, I like swords, I like Transformers, I like, well, my Camaro, Phantom of the Opera, Sherlock Holmes, The Rocketeer, Batman. I mean, there's so many things that I'm interested in that I talk about that don't necessarily fit the mold of a Trekyards channel video. So please subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel right now. Let's get the numbers up. And if you are watching this after the fact, please make sure you're subscribed. And click the all notification. It really, that analytic alone for YouTube, clicking all means you're interested in all our videos, and they will notify you each time we upload. And it's very important for the analytics to help the channel grow and be seen by people. So don't just hit subscribe, and then make sure it's selected to all, as it's very important, guys. It might not seem like much, but it's a pretty big deal. And no more comments, nothing like that. So I don't know what to talk about now. I've kind of lost my get up and go because it got up and went. I don't know if you saw my mail time video that I did a little while ago, but I got the black hole figures in. I got Maximilian here. I got Vincent and Old Bob, and I got the Rocketeer, which I'm going to be doing reviews of. I'm going to be filming them early this week. Should have 1 or 2 of them out by the end of the week. So if you're interested in the Diamond Select, the Black Hole toys, or the Rocketeer, expect reviews of those coming soon. If you haven't checked out my other reviews, I do a whole series called Captain Foley Reviews, where I look at just toys and other things. They're on this channel as well as the Trekyards channel. There are playlists available for those. So check it out, see what I reviewed, and you know, those go back quite a few years, so you get a totally different sense of the channel, and the format's different. It's really weird. I keep changing things up, but everything keeps evolving and changing, so that's fine. And no more comments, unless they're just not coming in now. Not sure. Let me refresh this. Okay, there are some more. Okay, good. I had to do a quick refresh, so I apologize. Cade MacArthur. I still think Picard's prime. The Discovery shuttles work better there anyway. They don't, though. The shuttle never fucking existed. We never saw it once in all of TNG, DS9, Voyager, or TOS. So how can you say it works fine there? It doesn't. It's an advanced looking shuttle. It makes more sense post Nemesis era. But nope, it's in 10 years before TOS. Bullshit. I call bullshit. So I disagree with you 1000% there, by the way. You can think it's prime all you like. They're going to tell you it's prime. You can drink that Kool-Aid because I am not. It is not prime. It is clearly not prime. Disco is not prime. Picard, I can see maybe being prime. But I still think it's an alternate thing because it doesn't fit with everything. So enjoy your Kool-Aid, my friend. Brian Kesterson, my friend, and I were discussing which universe Picard was in yesterday. We both agreed that it is Trek, but not Prime, and possibly never will be. Thank you, Brian. I totally agree with you. And you're a very intelligent man, so I think I'm in good company when you agree with me. So, Siristus says, "I found you, LOL." Yes. Was it difficult? I put a link in all the Trekyards pages. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. 25 likes now. That's awesome. Even though mine still says 24. 17 people watching though. We only had one super chat this whole discussion. It's kind of a letdown. That's okay. Mr. Captain 93, do you have a favorite sport? No, because sports suck. Yay, sports ball. I mean, playing sports, basketball is kind of fun. But watching sports, I'd rather watch... Well, quite honestly, I'd rather watch flies fuck. That's more exciting to me than watching sports. I don't find any sports entertaining. If I need to watch one, I might watch the Super Bowl. If I get invited to a Super Bowl party or whatever. And that's more for the commercials, the food, and the friends than the fucking game. So I don't understand sports, don't care to, whatever. But you're Canadian, you must like hockey. No, I hate hockey too. There's so many things I would rather do than watch a sporting event. Sitting on my ass and doing nothing is one of those things. So no, I'm not a fan of the sports balls of any kind. Becky Schultz, what are your interests outside of Star Trek and sci-fi? Oh, I kind of went through them already. Model trains, just trains in general. I'm a huge train fanatic. Like Camaro, obviously. Star Wars, which is sci-fi, I guess. Sherlock Holmes, swords. I collect swords and no sword fighting. Like I said, The Rocketeer, that's kind of sci-fi though. Batman, again, straddles that sci-fi line. Just trying to think if there's any, 80s cartoons of all kinds. 80s nostalgia, I love that. Lots of things I'm interested in that are going to be explored on this personal channel, so... Mr. Captain 93, maybe after this season, Discovery goes back in time to its own year, but to prime time. That'd be awesome. They won't do that. They won't admit that it's not that what they established wasn't prime. They will never do that. That'd be fantastic, though. It's so easily done. I still like my idea the best. Having a scene on Discovery where, let's say Tilly and Stamets are talking, and there's a shot of their faces talking to each other, the corridor behind them. And you see Discovery people walking by. It's a big Discovery corridor. And you see a big flash of light, and you see Q pop in wearing like an original series uniform or a TNG uniform. And he kind of like looks around for a second and is like, flashes, does a snap. The corridor changes to TOS. All the uniforms change to TOS, including the ones on Tilly and Stamets. While they're talking, they don't even acknowledge anything has happened because Q just made it that way. And then Q looks around again, kind of nods his head, snaps his fingers, and leaves. That's it. No other reference to Q in the episode. Nothing. Just in the background, that happens. And from there on, for the rest of the series, it's proper TOS look. I would love that. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Dan23, do you like the animated shows like Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, Futurama, etc.? I like all those shows, except I stopped watching The Simpsons years ago because it just sucks now. The first like 9 seasons of The Simpsons is really good. Family Guy, huge Family Guy fan. Love Family Guy. American Dad, again, a little bit more crass, sarcastic humor in American Guy, but love it. Futurama is epic. I love Futurama. So yeah, I love all those things. Dan 23, do you like? Oh, we read that one already. Sorry. Seriousness, curling maybe, beer curling that is. No. What is beer curling? Where you just slide a beer across the counter to your buddy? I mean, Dan 23, no, you only watch the Super Bowl if they premiere an advert or trailer for something you want to watch. LOL. No, I mean, if they always do that anyway. Plus, the commercials are really well done, so I don't have a problem watching the Super Bowl. I'm always asking stupid questions like, why do they have the ball now, or how many points was that, or you know, yeah. Ozzy says G.I. Joe. I've been watching G.I. Joe actually on. There's an app on my phone called Tubi, Tubi. It's a free uh, app like Netflix. Everything on there is free to watch. They have the entire they have the entire run of GI Joe on there, and Transformers that you can watch for free. So I've been watching GI Joe lately on there, which I love. So yes, I was a huge GI Joe fan as a kid. I got a lot of GI Joe toys down in bins under the stairs. So I love GI Joe. But when I was a kid, I was more of a GI Joe fan than I was a Transformers fan. Now that I'm older, like I didn't have a lot of Transformers toys growing up, had a lot of G.I. Joe. Now that I'm older, I'm more of a Transformers fan. So I've compensated and bought a shit ton of Transformers toys. And yeah, I'm a bigger Transformers fan now than G.I. Joe, but I still love them both equally because they're both awesome. So, what are your thoughts on Farscape? I've never watched it, so no idea. Seriously, am I the only one who would enjoy seeing Q again? Nope. I think a lot of people would. Raj says, I would like to see Q again. See, there's one of them. Cade MacArthur, I meant they work better as 24th century shuttles, not 23rd century ones. Oh, yes. But then we've seen them in Discovery, so change them or don't use them. All they did was change the paint job. There's no physical changes to those models at all, which is bullshit. Dan 23, but they use the Discovery Enterprise as a hologram in Picard. Exactly, what makes it the Discoverse. So, there you go. Clears it up right there. Michael Fleetus, heard you got some interesting stuff from Japan recently. I definitely have. Michael. I've already shut it off in a live. I haven't opened the other two though. I got 3 blind boxes for my buddy Michael who went to Japan. 3 blind boxes of F-14s, which are just right down there on the floor. I've opened one of them, but they're blind boxes because they each have different fleet or squadron emblems on them, and they're from F Toys, which they're basically little model kits. I will be doing a video on those at some point, Michael, so stay tuned for that at some point, probably sooner than later. But I wanted to build them too, so I want to open them, find out which squadrons they are, build each one individually, and then wrap it up with all 3 being built. So that's probably something I should put on the model bench downstairs at some point soon. So Raj says, I wish they brought back Futurama. I mean, they've brought it back a few times, so Sirstis, I'm happy with Rick and Morty for now. Rick and Morty, I never watched it, don't care to. I tried watching the first episode or 2, and it's like between all the burping and the whining, I don't know, Rick. Burp, burp, Marty, burp, burp, burp. It's like, wow, this is fucking irritating. That's just irritating for me as the new Battlestar Galactica and the fucking shaky cam. Every shot is like, people are talking and the camera's fucking doing this. It's like, hell, I'm getting a fucking headache just watching it. Stop. Jeff Jacobs, $2. Driving cap, toss some color to your captain. Well, thank you, Jeff. So Jeff is driving, so be safe, Jeff. But Mr. Captain 93, remember the cartoon Mask? Surprised they haven't made that into a movie. There's been rumors that they're going to, and of course I don't remember Mask. Mobilized, what is it? attack something command. Mobile attack. I forget. But Mask was a great show. Mask. The song is great. I don't remember it offhand, but Trout, Bum Wombat. Should I make an ATST costume or driver costume today? Yes. I have an ATST driver right up there, actually. One of the Black series. But Brian says, thanks, Jeff. Keep your eyes on the road and hands on the wheel. Wise words, my friend. War God 6. Picard is Discoverse, different timeline universe. Doesn't mean they can't use same actors. Well, exactly. Exactly. So, Trout, Bum Wombat, $2. Here's a super chat. Thank you very much. That's very appreciated. That's 3 super chats in this live, and they're all $2 each. I get it. You guys like Samuel more than me, because when Samuel's with me, I get more super chats. We get more super chats. When Samuel does a live by himself, redoing his background, he can make $800 in one live. I get it, guys. You like Samuel better. It's fine. It's fine. He's more entertaining than I am. I got you. I hear you loud and clear, but you're on the Captain Foley personal channel right now, not Trekyards. So, he won't be here. Which means I don't get any super chats, which is fine. Oh. Sirstus, gosh, I hate shaky cam also. Thank you, for the love of God, thank you. Mr. Captain 93, will Sylvia ever let you build a full TOS bridge in your basement? She would absolutely let me. She would help me. She would be down for it. She would help fund it. If she'd be totally on board. The thing about her liking Star Trek as much as me is bad because it's like two crack addicts living together. Just spend all our money on Star Trek, and we just can't say no to each other as far as Star Trek stuff goes. So yes, she would. And I always had that plan from when I was a little kid. I wanted to build a TOS bridge in the basement. I had house plans of a mansion drawn up where there's one room that's just a huge bridge set. So if I ever win the lottery, we'll definitely do that. But until then, not so much. Murph's models, movies with shaky cam make me motion sick. Yeah, watching BSG makes me motion sick. They say, oh, don't worry. Later on in the series, they tone that down. Well, I gotta get there first. And it's really fucking irritating with the it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Did you give all your camera operators speed and handheld cameras? Somebody needs to re-release the new BSG, but stilled, whatever they call it. They do it with the people on the Enterprise where they are under attack and they're doing this and they center the frame. So you see, like, anyway, they need to do that. Mobile Armored Strike Command. Thank you, Doug. Jeff says, like, Brian, I can hear the music. What music? Oh, Mask. Mr. Captain 93, shame that this generation of kids don't get the Saturday morning cartoon experience. Oh yeah, this generation of kids is fucked. I don't know how, they're not going to have any shared memories except for stupid TikTok shit and fucking Snapchat filters. They're not going to have the shared experience of seeing a show at the same time every week because it's the one of 4 channels you got. Like, I feel sad for today's youth. But every generation says that their generation was the best, and those were the good old times. So my kids will be fine. They'll just have a different experience telling their kids. And it's fine. I've come to accept this. My generation's the best, but that's fine. You can go on believing that yours is good. Kate MacArthur, will Klingons or Klingorks show up in season 2? I hate the term Klingorks with a fucking passion. Klingons will probably show up in season 2. I would love to see Worf back, and no, Worf won't look like a Klingork. I've already seen Worf in Picard. In the first episode, he was exactly like Worf in TNG, because it was a still from TNG, so they're going to have him represented the same. Klingorks piss me off to no end, not only because they changed the look of the Klingons for Discovery, but because people call them Klingorks. Can't stand the term. They're Discovery Klingons, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see them in season 2. Sirstus, we don't speak about those other Klingons around here. Mr. Captain 93, was the TOS bridge really off center? If so, what was the purpose of that survey? I did a whole captain's log video on that. I like to believe it is, just because the technical manual said it was. There was a lot of different theories for why it was. It doesn't make any goddamn sense that it was. I wish it would be straight. But when I built this thing, my 350 scale, you can see into the bridge and it's offset because that's how it's supposed to be. The exterior turbolift detail lines up with the turbolift doors. That's how it's supposed to be. Don't care that Michael Okuda and whatever have retconned it that yes, it faces forward and that's an extra turbolift shaft. And I mean, that makes a lot of sense and sounds really good. Look, and fixes things. Fine, whatever. I personally don't agree with that. I'm old school. Grew up with the technical manual. It is an offset bridge. Like I said, there are different reasons for why it would be offset, and I explore those in my captain's log where I talk about it. I forget what the title of that video is now. It's Captain's Log. Just look up Trekyards Captain's Log, bridge offset. I think it's called To Offset or Not to Offset or something like that. But I did that one 2-3 years ago. Where I kind of look at and show blueprints and give the explanations why, and even go into the whole, yeah, it makes sense that they fixed it, and that's an extra turbo lift shaft compartments space, whatever. So I point out that there are other people that believe other things. I don't just focus on my belief, but yes, I have talked about it. Tangerine Star 26, and they don't have the playground experience of talking, debating about what they have watched over the weekend at the same time as millions of other kids. The social experience has been lost. True. I wouldn't say the social experience has been lost. It's been drastically altered because they're constantly in touch with each other via Snapchat and fucking TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. And even though the kids don't use Facebook, that's what their parents use. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, they're more connected than ever, but at the same time, they don't have the same experience of talking about the same shows. Same with us. Like, we have Netflix, we have Amazon, we have all these other streaming services. You can probably hear that now. We have all these streaming services that have great shows on them, but because you can watch them anytime you want and binge watch them, we don't all watch them at the same time because they're not on at 8 o'clock on channel 13 every Tuesday. So yes, we have the same kind of things we can talk about as far as shows go, but not everybody's seen the show. They haven't seen it the same way. They haven't. Some people might binge watch it. Some people might watch it 2-3 episodes at a time. It's a totally different experience. Like, there's a lot of shows I need to see that I haven't seen yet. A lot of shows that I've seen that other people that my friends haven't seen. You'd really like it. Go see it. Yeah, I'll get around to it. And yet they never do. So Jeff can understand this more than anybody because he tells me to watch a lot of shit, and I'm like, I'll get to it. So yeah, it's just a different experience. Brendan, hey Cap. Hello, Brendan. Dark Lord 016. Personally, I like Centurions, the TV animated series. That was also a good show. Guys, there's a bunch of people here now. There's 27 people here now, which is awesome. Everybody make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget, this is the Captain Foley personal channel. This is not Trekyards. We're not on Trekyards right now. We're on the Captain Foley personal channel. So please make sure you're subscribed. If the subscribe button is red, that's a red alert. That means you need to hit that button and subscribe because there's going to be a lot of content on here that's not going to be on Trekyards. So I want to expand a bit. I want to kind of move things along. I've been posting a lot of my stuff on Trekyards because it gets a better audience. But I want to get away from that. I want to have a separate Captain Foley personal channel experience as opposed to Trekyards Captain Foley. I want to kind of start differentiating the two. So if you can subscribe and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's very important. And don't forget to hit like. And super chat. Super chat here, it helps me out. It still goes in the same pile as the Trekyard stuff, but it shows me that you guys like hearing from me. You like this kind of content as well as me and Samuel live or regular Trekyard stuff. So if you can super chat to show your appreciation, again, I would really appreciate that. Hey, it's what's his Andre from Bosnia Herzegovina. Herzegovina. I can't ever say it. Fuck. Sylvia can say it perfectly because she's Croatian. So, but hello, welcome. Brian Kesterson, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, and click on that bell to hit all to get all the latest from the Captain's personal channel. Super chats and PayPals are greatly appreciated. That's right. There is a different PayPal link down below too. You send PayPal to that link down in the description of this video, and it comes to me. So it's just me. It's kind of like Captain Foley personal channel, Captain Foley personal super chat, but PayPal, it comes to me specifically, so I don't split that with Samuel, which really helps me out. So there's that option as well. Not that I don't want to help out Samuel, but if this is going to have different content, I want to have, but still, super chats still go in the same pile. They still go in the same AdSense account at the end of the month, so it's all the same there. So whatever. Helping out this channel helps out Trekyards and vice versa. So. Kate MacArthur, Eleanor or Narek. I mean, they're both all right in different ways. No preference. Ozzy says, yes, we can hear it now. Well, you can hear the construction now. They kind of ramped it up a little bit. Brendan, the attention span of today's young has shrunk dramatically. Oh, fuck yeah. Instant gratification. My kid comes downstairs to watch a TV show with us, literally watches for 5 minutes, then goes back upstairs. No matter what's happening and how cool he thinks it is, he'll go back up to his room and play his game or whatever. Because it's all bite-sized TikTok videos and bite-sized Snapchats and bite-sized this and bite-sized that, and all just a click away whenever they feel like it. There's no having to wait a week to watch something. There's no having to sit down through commercials instead of hitting skip, because if you recorded it on the DVR and you can skip the commercials. It's a totally different experience for kids these days. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We always think it's going to be a bad thing when we're the older generation, but when the younger generation, you don't know what the older generation fuck is talking about. You get it to be your older generation yourself, looking at your kids going, oh, you guys are going to have such a shitty experience being kids. But they're kids. They remember things, rationalize things in their own way, and they enjoy it. It's their childhood, so it's what it is. So it's fine. Mr. Captain 93, did you live in London your whole life? If not, where did you grow up? I did not. I grew up about an hour from London. Lived in the country between a little town called Shakespeare and a little town called Tavistock. And there's Highway 59 between Shakespeare and Tavistock. We lived at the exact 3-kilometer mark between the two. It's a 6-kilometer road between the two. We lived exactly at the halfway point. So much so that we had a Shakespeare address and postal code, and yet a Tavistock phone number. So, yeah. But yeah, that was like 15 minutes outside of Stratford. You might know where Stratford is more than Shakespeare or Tavistock. So I say I grew up in Stratford because whenever I got a job or whatever, it's generally in Stratford. It's like 15-minute drive away from my house. So that's like an hour from London. So moving to London was an interesting experience, how it happened and why, but that's another story altogether. But yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really love that. My parents have a 4.5-acre backyard, so lots of good play experiences. Had an ATV. There was a bush behind our place that was owned by the different farmers, and there was a trail back there. We used to drive the ATCs through there. So I grew up in the country. Not a farmer by any means, but grew up in the country. So yeah. And then I went to school. My high school was in Baden. I went to Waterloo Oxford District Secondary High School, which is probably a half hour or so from my parents' house. And the other big town near us that I used to go to a lot when I was in high school and a teenager and just driving and cruising around in my Camaro was Kitchener. I'd go to Kitchener and cruise up and down King Street on the weekends. So that's kind of my experience growing up. So. Brendan, you big meanie. What did I do? Doug McLean, do you collect any of the 70s stuff like Star Blazers or Battle of the Planets? Oh my god, yes. I'm a huge G-Force fan. I grew up watching that before school every morning. I watched Hercules, where he puts on the ring. Da 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 da. Hercules, hero song and story. That one. Grew up watching that in the morning. Astro Boy and Battle of the Planets. So I'm a huge Gachimon G-Force fan. So much so that at that age, when I was in kindergarten, going to school and watching that before school, I wanted to change my name to Mark because Mark was the leader of the team, at least on G-Force. At other shows like Gachimon, it's Ken, but I wanted to change my name to Mark because Mark was the leader and he was so cool. So that shows you how stupid I am. But yes, I love Gachimon. I love a lot of 70s stuff because my brothers grew up. I'm the youngest of three boys. My brother Steve is 10 years older than me, and my brother Sean is 7 years older than me. So there's a big gap between me and Sean. And I was born in '74. So they grew up with a lot of stuff that I ended up watching and liking because they were my older brothers. I wanted to do what they were doing. It's one of the reasons I've always been into Star Trek because my brothers were huge Star Trek fans. So yeah, I'm into a lot of 70s stuff as well. And I don't know why that says loading. Raj, comparing old Knight Rider and modern Knight Rider, also MacGyver and modern MacGyver, which do you like? Nothing beats the original Knight Rider, nothing beats the original MacGyver. I haven't watched the new MacGyver, but I hear it's shit. And any modern Knight Rider they've ever done has been garbage. Team Knight Rider fucking sucked. And then Knight Rider with a fucking Mustang? What? No. Stop. Right there. That's a hard pass for me. But a Mustang that could morph into other cars. Go fuck yourself. So no. Only the originals. TikTok. I hate TikTok, says Wardog6. Brendan, why did you move Cat? Long story, I'm not going to get into it right now. I've already been doing this for an hour, 15 minutes. Probably going to wind it down soon. Wind it up, wind it down. What is up with this? I don't know why my L card stopped working. That's very uncool. Wardog6, I grew up in a one-cop town Wheatley, down next to Leamington, where the Heinz plant used to be. My grandparents were in Port Stanley. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Tavistock was a one cop town, more or less. I think they had three cops, but one of them, his name was Radar Rick. His first name was Rick, but they called him Radar Rick because he would sit in his fucking driveway in his cop car with the radar and like ping people going by. Eventually, they stopped them from doing that because kind of not cool. But yeah, his nickname was Radar Rick for that very reason. And that was in Tavistock, so. Tangerine Star 26. I love how so many of the place names in your area are British inspired. It sounds so familiar to me. What's the subtler history of London? London was supposed to be the capital of Ontario, I believe, before Toronto kind of scooped that. So let's see, let's go to what do we want? Do we want go with TNG era Hellcars? Yeah. I don't know, this isn't loading well. I think there might be an internet connection problem, but happens. Yeah, a lot of places around here have British names, German names. There's New Hamburg. That's right next to my high school. My best friend was from New Hamburg. Kitchener used to be called Little Berlin until World War II started. Then they thought they should rename it. So they renamed it from Little Berlin to Kitchener. So yeah, there's a big German settler around here, and plus a lot of British names, like obviously London. We even have a Thames River through London here. There's this Stratford I grew up in, has the Avon River, same as in England. So many things ripped off from over in England, but I mean, it's just the way it is. Ozzy says, did you watch the Mega Man with Mr. Heston? No, I did not. Doug says, I guess putting S. Foley on your stuff wasn't too helpful. What do you mean specifically? S. Foley on your... Oh, because of my brothers. Did I say their names? I don't think I did. yeah, my brothers' names were Steve and Sean, and I was Stuart. Um, like I said, they're 3 years apart. Steve's the oldest, then Sean, and then they waited 7 years before they had me, and I was supposed to be a girl because my mom wanted a girl. And the story is that back then they didn't tell you what the sex of the kid was before they were born. So when it came time to deliver me, my dad said he didn't want to get in trouble for giving her another boy, so he would toss his hat into the delivery room, and if it came back out, that means it was a boy, and he should probably leave because she was mad. So he threw his hat in, it came flying right back out, and anyway, they came out with me. I was their favorite because I was the youngest, and I got spoiled, which my brothers hated because my brothers had to wash all the dishes by hand, and by the time I rolled around, we had a dishwasher, and I complained about loading the dishwasher, like, oh, we had to wash it by hand. I was the youngest. I got kind of spoiled. Like, it was 7 years later. They'd already gone through two kids. They knew the routine. I kind of got away with a lot more stuff. So, yeah. Brendan, I managed to get a bootleg of Battle of the Planets. It's a hard watch these days. Well, yeah. You got to watch the original unedited versions from Japan because they cut out a lot of story for graphic violence and stuff from when they turned it into an American show. So you got to watch the unedited Japanese ones. There's no Seven's Arc 7. Seven's Arc 7 was put in there to be not only an R2D2 analog, but to also fill in the space for what they cut out. So, and don't get me wrong, I love Seven's Arc 7. I think he's cool. But yeah, it is a hard watch, but I still love it. I love the Phoenix. I got a Phoenix over there. I've done a review of it. It's the original Phoenix with all the little bike that comes out, the little Cheops tank. Jason's car's in there, and then Mark's plane comes out the back. I've done a review of it, so check it out. Captain Foley Reviews. Just search this on YouTube, Captain Foley Reviews, G-Force, Phoenix, or Battle of the Planets, and you'll find it. Cade MacArthur, China, Japan, Taiwan, Mongolia, South Korea, or North Korea. Don't care. They're all the same as far as I'm concerned. It's all over there. It's Asia. It's fine. Mr. Captain 93, what's your next planned Star Trek event you hope to attend? We were hoping to maybe go to Star Trek Vegas this year again, but I don't know if that's still going to be on, so I have no idea. Other than that, it'll be the, what is it called? StarCon.to, which is going to be in Toronto. They used to have a convention every year in the 80s and 90s called Toronto Trek, which they stopped doing at one point. So this is rebooting that, essentially. So it's going to be called StarCon.to. I've already been asked to be a special guest. I'm going to be at the special guest meal and stuff, and they're going to be giving me a room and whatever for the weekend because I'm only like an hour away from Toronto, hour and a half. And the guys that are starting up this new yearly convention, they're hoping will, you know, I'm from London, the Trekyards, it's a big deal. They're a fan of mine, so they asked me to go. And that is scheduled for November 4th and 5th, I believe. So hopefully that's still a go, but we're not really sure yet. So, Voice of Reason, you kind of have to give up on trying for a girl after your third. No one wants four boys. Yeah, I was the last shot at it. So, and I just failed them I just wasn't a female. Brendan, shit, I like Seven's Arc 7. Yeah, Seven's Arc 7's awesome. I need a Seven's Arc 7 figure. That'd be kind of cool. Don't have one. Tangerine Star 26. Little Berlin became Kitchener after Field Marshal Kitchener, I suppose. Understandably very patriotic. Yeah. Cade MacArthur, what if Rios and his holograms had a band? It'd be called Rios and the Holograms. Like Gem. Gem is excitement. Ooh, Gem. Gem is adventure. Ooh. Glamour and fashion, fortune and fame. Woo. Yeah, Gem and the Holograms. I used to watch that too because it was stuck between, it came right after G.I. Joe. So I'm still kind of a Gem and the Holograms kind of fan, but not really. Brendan, the Hollow Men. I like that. And it's got different meanings too. I like that too. looks like they might be wrapping up for the day as far as the shingling goes. So, Optimist Prime, I like that. Are you feeling all right today, Captain, after the live event yesterday? Yep, I was just nicely buzzed through that whole thing. I paced myself very well. Didn't wake up with a hangover or anything. Had a good night's sleep. So, yeah, I feel fine. Voice of Reason, emergency musical holograms. They could invite Minuet to do vocals. That's hot. It's a good idea. All right, guys. I guess that's it for now. Any last super chats would be great. I'll try to do what Samuel does at the end of all of our Trekyards lives. So I think another $20. You know, even if it says $4 or $5, that'd be great. But no, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon. This has been fun. Like I said, I originally planned to do this on the Trekyards channel. I didn't realize my phone on YouTube was logged into my Captain Foley account because I'm an idiot. But I am going to be doing Captain Foley exclusive content and lives, which I will share on the Trekyards page, but they're not going to be on the Trekyards channel. So stay tuned for that, and make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. You won't be disappointed, or maybe you will be. I don't know. But either way, subscribe. If I don't put out content, you just don't get any notifications. It's fine. Make sure the notifications settings is sent to all those, so that when I do upload, you do kind of see what's going on. Yeah. I want to do a lot more stuff on this channel, but I know the views are going to be so much less. I've only got like, I don't even know what my subscribers are at right now, 2,000, something like that. Whereas I got 54,000 or 53,000 over on Trekyards, so more people see it. So that's why I put a lot of stuff over there still, even though it's not Star Trek related. So, Tangerine Star 26, remember an 80s cartoon called Visionary? Yes, absolutely, awesome. Super Coops, 2 pounds, seen as you asked so nicely, Captain. Well, thank you very much, sir, very appreciated. But yeah, I'm going to call it quits. We're not going to get any more super chats, unfortunately, because all the Captain Foley fans are cheap. I'm just kidding. Relax. I don't put out quality content like Trekyards does. Have you tried live streaming this channel on Twitch? How do you live stream a channel on Twitch? Maybe if I knew how to do that, that'd be great. We do have a Trekyards Twitch channel that we've never once used. So if I could figure out a way to stream this, any lives that I do here on Twitch, that might be an idea. I don't know. But before I go though, Optimist Prime says, doing model type videos is always fun, especially for us model builders anyway, or how to repair Eaglemoss Starship. Yeah, I've wanted to do some how to repair Eaglemoss Starship videos because I've got a lot of them that have had issues, and I tell people how to fix them. But I haven't shown them, and I think doing a playlist of fixing Eaglemoss models and the different ways you can do so without breaking them should be something I should attempt. I think that might be a good idea, so thank you for the hint of confidence there. Ozzy's here, skeleton hands again. Kate McCarthy, goodbye, Captain. David Schroeder, $10, here you go, Captain. Thank you, David, that is awesome. See, that makes me happy. That's like, the yellow from your super chat is a nice ray of sunshine. And otherwise, what was dreary day, which is not turning out to be a sunny day, which means I might go for a drive in the Camaro. We'll see. Tangerine Star 26, 2 pounds. One more, you're doing great, thanks. Thank you very much, Tangerine Star, very much appreciated. You guys are awesome. I do love you guys, and I love just hanging out and chatting with you guys. But since I've been standing this whole time, even though this is called a sit down with the captain, you guys are sitting down, I've been standing. My back is starting to bother me because it's been sore for like the last week. So, on the plus side, I haven't been coughing as much, so that's a good thing. But, you know, it all balances out. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned some things, had some fun, and will want to come back and check out some more Captain Foley personal stuff because I love doing this kind of thing. Whenever I have like a few free hours in the afternoon, when Sylvia's lying down or whatever, I love doing a live. Not only does it help support the channel if we get super chats, but it also is a great way to just hang out and engage with you guys, especially during quarantine. You guys might be bored, and what better way to come and just chat and say hi and ask questions. So anyway, guys, bye, Cap. Glad your cough is easing up. Take it easy. Thank you, Voice of Reason. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, David. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Squadron. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, everybody that showed up. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys sometime in the future, so stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the all notification. Very important. Do that before you go, before I go. So I'm going now. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, Oh, see, ooh, I have to hit this button up here, and ooh, there we go.